Okay, this is another section of MATLAB section 2. Before we move into the main aspect that we'll be treating or dealing with, let's talk a little just to get acquainted with the introduction to MATLAB. Now, look at the question put before you. Having a variable n, and it is being said that you should impute, that is what you want it to display in the screen when you impute it, that what's your favorite number, and they are asking you to check if there is error with what is being written here. Actually, there is no error. Now, this is how you know that there is no error even without running it. You can do well to also run it on your command window. Now look at this apostrophe that covers these two. It doesn't matter what you write inside of it, but for the fact that this apostrophe covers the statement and there is a bracket, you are good, you are done, there will be no error. Then the next question is asking you that twice your favorite plus one, that is, it's just giving you a variable name and they have assigned the value to it, and they are asking if it will be correct. The only reason why it will not be correct is because of this. MATLAB cannot see this except you already declare a symbolic n before now, but for the fact that you've not declared this symbolic variable n, it will not run, it will give an error. Instead, it sees it as 2 times n, and this type of error is called a syntax error. That is, you just omitted this sign for it. There is also another type of error known as the runtime error, but that happens in a situation when you write a program, you run the program runs for you, but it's not giving you expected outcome. Maybe you have run this program now regarding this, it didn't give you syntax error that there is no star or whatever. It ran, but instead of expecting 10 as the answer, you are seeing 15 as your answer. Yeah, you see, that is the runtime error. So you have to start tracing what did you not put right, so that gave you that. But for this is just a syntax error. Now, this is another variable that you are declaring. They give you a linear spacing. This lin space is called, it's actually means linear spacing. And now this is the range. This is where the line should start from, the spacing should start from, this where it should end. But however, what should come in between, it's just like 3 values. That's what they are saying. So you don't have any error with this, because this in your MATLAB you see something like starting from 2, and since it's just 3 variables, maybe they can just call it 5 and 8. Naturally, if you put a line, a lin space, and probably you just write 2 and 8 only, you are leaving this 3 interval. MATLAB will naturally, is inbuilt, replace it with 100. You won't see the 100 there though, but you see something like 2, then 2.00001 00. It will keep breaking it up to 100 times before it gets to 8. So that is just what the lin space is. So this one has no issue or error. So for this my favorite squared, it simply means that because you are multiplying 2 different variables, it's not a digit. This multiplication will not work. You need to put dots, star, or dot star in order for it to work, because this dot star is usually used when you are multiplying variable like this, or when you want to multiply an array. Maybe x is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to maybe 10, and you say y should be 2 times x. Because this x is an array, you have to put dot x, telling it that okay, 2 times 1 return, 2 times 2 return, 3 times 3 2 times 3, 4 times 3, just like that, to get the values of your y. That is where this dot star is very important. And the last aspect is this one that says ages for review. Well, the only error they have here, take note, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. For the first one, you are trying to represent a matrix. Then look at what happens to this. 1, 2, 3. Because of the way it has written, look at the last aspect after this colon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it simply means there is a problem here. It will not run. It will tell you that the arrangement doesn't match. So what you are supposed to do is to space this. So you can decide to say this is 14, then you have 8, you have 9, then 62. So anyhow you decide to space, it can be 1, you can decide to call it 1, space it 4, then 89, then your 62. However you do it, it can be 14, 89, this 89, ensure they are together, then you have your 6 and your 2. With this space in between, maybe you separate with a comma if you wish. It's okay, it will still give you the same thing. It will be able to run. But seeing it as 3 like this, it will not run. So let's break it here because it's already 7 minutes, so we can actually go into the section 2 that I had in mind.